Tom and Jerry 2021 movie, the biggest changes from the original cartoon. Hey guys, welcome back to Laffy Toons. The classic Hanna-Barbera duo Tom and Jerry returned to the big screen in 2021 for the first time since 1992. But while Warner Bros. Sticks to the tried and true formula in some cases, there are some big changes from the characters' original appearances. Streaming now on HBO Max, the classic cat and mouse story gets the live-action treatment, integrating animated characters into the human world. For the first time in the franchise history, but with so much history to pull from, the film keeps certain familiar elements intact while taking its titular characters into uncharted territory. Stay tuned and watch as we will take a look at the biggest differences from the original movie. The history of the Tom and Jerry cartoons goes all the way back to 1940s, when William Hanna and Joseph Barbera created 161 theatrical short films which played upon their iconic cat and mouse characters. Tom and Jerry earned the Duo 7 Academy Awards for the Best Animated Short Films during this run. After 1965, the hijinks moved to televisions with their own show. Tom and Jerry features in several series over the subsequent decades. The Tom and Jerry Show 1975, The Tom and Jerry Comedy Show 1980-1982, Tom and Jerry Kids 1990-1993, Tom and Jerry Tales 2006-2008, and the most recently, Tom and Jerry Show 2014 until present. In the past years, Tom and Jerry has also starred in several feature-length films. Tom and Jerry the movie flopped in 1992 after breaking many of the show's conventions developed during the preceding decades. 13 direct-to-video features followed before the duo made their triumphant return to theaters and streaming as per HBO Max deals with Warner Bros. With 2021 Tom and Jerry's, the film follows the formula of Who Framed Roger Rabbit in its combinations of human and animated characters, representing the first time Tom and Jerry have shared the screen with real-life counterparts. The visual designs of the titular cat and mouse also differs from their forebearers in several ways. Nevertheless, the movie maintains other defining qualities of the iconic franchise. Tom and Jerry is live action, following the success of more photorealistic animations or live action hybrids like 2007 Alvin and the Chipmunks. The Tom and Jerry franchise announced its returns to theater in that vein in 2009. The film languished in development hell, going from a live action hybrid to completely animated and back again. Finally entering production in 2018, the end product sought to emulate the cartoonish nature of Roger Rabbit set in the real world rather than render Tom and Jerry in full detail, as did the Chipmunk movies and Garfield the movie before it. In so doing, the film has it both ways, beloved cartoon style and slapstick alongside live-action characters and casting choices. And speaking of those live-action characters, they make for the principal difference between the cartoon and movie. The protagonist of Tom and Jerry is not the titular cat or mouse, but rather Kayla, a millennial audience surrogate. Her character is the one who undergoes change, using Tom and Jerry's hijinks as means to an end while she navigates her fellow live-action cast including Michael Pena, Colin Jost, Rob Delaney, and Ken Jeong. The driving narrative conflicts comes not from the cat and mouse parable, but from Kayla's struggle to work her newfound job and the increasingly precarious wedding. Tom and Jerry merely complicate these plans. The visual styles of Tom and Jerry. The next biggest change between the cartoon and the movie has to do with the reconciling their animated and live-action environments. While they are still animated and maintain their cartoonish style, Tom and Jerry are rendered in 3D for the first time. They may not have photorealistic hair as Sonic the Hedgehog or anatomically correct designs a la Lion King, but never before this iconic cat and mouse been inflated to fit in the human world. In fact, while the film is ostensibly live action, great care is taken to demonstrate that all the animals in this world are as Tom and Jerry's animated. Still, despite this being the duo's first foray into 3D, their design remains true to their origins, borrowing most heavily from the latest of the television series in the color and line work. Over the course of several TV iterations, the designs of the titular cat and mouse have varied. Some features heavier outlines, some cuter faces, and other small variances in color palettes. Like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the filmmakers of this latest project find creative ways to integrate these cartoonish styles into three-dimensional space. Clearly, efforts were made to respect the traditions of this established brand. What kept the same from the Tom and Jerry cartoon? In the spirit of respecting the Tom and Jerry traditions, the new movie maintains several key brand elements while avoiding certain cardinal sins of the franchise. Although it introduced several entirely new live-action characters, it brings back certain familiar foes. Spike, the vicious bulldog who so often found himself enraged by Tom and Jerry's hijinks in the animated series, finds himself in this film as Ben's dog, Butch, an alley cat who previously served as Tom's adversary in several shorts and episodes, also makes an appearance. Goldie the goldfish and Toodles Toot Galore also make appearances, owned by hotel managers Mr. Dubros and Bride Prida, respectively. One pitfall which helped sink the 92's film was the decisions that the famously silent Tom and Jerry should be given voices. Here, the filmmakers solved that problem by allowing the human characters to bear the brunt of the dialogue, while allowing Kayla to understand and reiterate to the audience Tom and Jerry's charades. Spike and Butch to talk, though the precedent for such dialogue extend back to their cartoon versions. Tom is given some lines here and there, but these are executed tastefully by using archival recordings of prior exclamations, including from William Hanna himself. His shoulder angel and devil are voiced by Lil Rel Howery, and this brief singing scene is executed by none other than T-Pain. Though it differs in several ways, this latest Tom and Jerry film clearly respects its origin. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.